Hey teachers, welcome back to the show. I'm Casey Morris, your host, and this is a podcast that helps teachers make extra income online. Welcome to the CEO Teacher Podcast. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about one of our most resilient success paths and one of our most underrated yet highest paid ways that teachers are making online money today. And that is by becoming an online coach themselves. So stick around to today's show. You don't want to miss it. Teachers, this is a secret we've been hiding for years, and it's finally time that we get to share it with you. Look, you could probably throw a flare pin and hit an online business coach right now. So the question of the hour, of the minute, of the day, of the year is, why should you place your trust in me, right? Or maybe I should be asking, why should people place their trust in you? That's because teachers support other teachers. And it's exactly what we do here at the CEO Teacher. And we are finally delivering on our biggest promise to help teachers make their worth in the fastest way possible, like never before. I'm talking replacing your teaching salary in less than a year. What if I told you that you are mere steps away from that life? Here's a fun fact for you. Teachers are in the top 3 professions of becoming self-made millionaires because they are willing to learn to take the average dollar and leverage it into wealth through investing in their own education and knowledge. Truth be heard, this is the world's first ever guide that helps teachers become their own online business coach for other teachers, where you get to show educators how to make money online, from the teacher next door to any teacher in the world. It's the 9 steps to becoming an online business coach for teachers, and it's happening right now. Go to caseymorris.com/coaching. That's KAYSEMORRIS.com/coaching to get all the answers to your questions in way less money than it costs you to get a Starbucks or Target, because it's absolutely free and it's only available for a few short weeks. If you've ever wondered exactly how I teach teachers to make money online, then it's time you grab this workbook, caseymorris.com/coaching. Last week, we talked about our CEO Teacher framework, what it looks like in the educational coaching puzzle. So if you haven't already listened to that episode, I want to encourage you to go back and take a listen to last week's episode first, because today I'm going to show you how to create an online coaching business using that exact same framework. But before we get started, I wanted to hit you with some quotes. This one is by Eddie Robinson, and it said, "Coaching is a profession of love. You can't coach people unless you love them." And as someone who is an online coach myself, I can say that the more I love on people, the more I get back. The more you give, the more you get. And then the Chicago Tribune said, "Who exactly seeks out a coach in today's day and time?" Well, if you ask a coach the answer, it is usually the same. Winners. Winners who want more out of life. Last week, I talked about all the different ways that I have coaches in my own life, but I want to kind of take you down memory lane here and talk about how I became an online coach and why it is my mission now to help you become an online coach as well. I also shared a little secret on last week's show that I've never actually said out loud before, but I've always known it's true. And that is that online coaches are making the most money online right now. I'm sorry I said online so many times. But did you know that coaches that teach people how to make money or how to save money are the highest paid coaches? And that's exactly what I want to teach you here today. It's not just how to become an online coach as a teacher, but how you can teach other people to make money as well. Now, let's go back to that framework of educational coaching. There are 6 components to this framework. First is online presence. Next is target audience, your offers, your commitment, your connection, and your follow through. The online coaching industry has reached a value of $20 billion in 2022. The U.S. coaching industry is growing at a 5.4% annual pace. And 90% of companies think managers should act as informal coaches. As you become more aware of online business coaches, now that we're talking about them, know that more people are invested in coaching than ever before. 86% of millionaires reported actively receiving mentor advice. A mentor is simply someone who has done what you want to do. Working with a physical trainer in a traditional gym costs about $500 a month or more. It stands to reason that investing in a business coach has the best return on investment of any money that you will spend, which is why our business is thriving and how I want to teach you to create that in your own way as well. So let's break through the online educational coaching puzzle with 6 actionable steps today. First is your online presence. So when I first got started, I didn't start my social media until about 2 years into my journey of selling lesson plans online. Let's take a little rewind back to the beginning of time here in 2013. I sold my lesson plans online for about 5 years before I became an online coach. Now, I took all that time, so you don't have to. But a couple of years into me selling my lesson plans, I started an Instagram. And there I would share on Insta stories every day and just talk about my life selling lesson plans. I also started a YouTube channel that is pretty embarrassing if you go back and listen to it, but it began creating a following. 5 years into selling my lesson plans, I decided to just try to coach people. I created these little cute packages and I said, hey, let me help you. I've got a little bit of extra time now that I have left the classroom, and I started doing some one-on-one coaching. I would do it for 30 minutes at a time, and then they would buy these packages, and then we would work together for a couple months, and then it turned into 6 months. And then that's when I decided, hey, I've got enough information here. I've coached people enough one-on-one where I could really make an online program out of this and sell it online. So by doing all of that, I created an online presence. And you can do that as well, starting as quickly as today by doing some things like sharing virtual coffee chats. Did you know that we are actually doing this ourselves right now on Facebook? Every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the next couple of weeks, we're chatting with our friends on Facebook. Go to the Casey Moore's Facebook page and check it out. But virtual coffee chats or virtual chats are just a way for you to show up and be yourself. Now, I'll be honest, and this is my own personal opinion. My mom said opinions are like elbows, everyone has them, is that I think you should have something planned to say. I hate nothing more than jumping on a TikTok or Instagram live and people are just scrolling through the comments, just sitting there like reading questions. Now, do I do that? Yes. But do I have a plan of what I'm going to say first? Yes. So think about what you would like to talk about. So if you're wanting to coach other teachers and show them how to sell their lesson plans online, maybe you're great at design, maybe you're great at marketing, maybe you're great at social media. Plan exactly what you want to say and then show up for a virtual chat. You could also do some sort of networking events. I love the idea of creating a cohort in your community. Our local Chamber of Commerce has recently started getting together with a lot of young entrepreneurs, and that's a perfect way for me to join in, to network at events, and to tell other people about exactly what I do. Another way that you can invite people to your coffee chats or to your network is show up in positive Facebook groups where other teachers hang out. Now, there are a few that I would say 100% stay away from because they only complain. If you're in that group, leave, or those groups, just get out. But there are tons of other Facebook groups full of teachers who are looking for your help and support. But don't jump in there and just try to be the coach. Instead, start coaching people, and in return, they will ask for more of your advice. You get what you give here. I remember when we hired Allie on our team, that is exactly what Allie did for about a year and a half before she became an employee for the CEO Teacher. She was in our community coaching people every single day on her keyboard. And us being able to see how well she interacted with our students and how knowledgeable she was on our content, it was a no-brainer for us when we decided to hire her. And now she is a coach in her own right and coaches for our company, coaches our students, creates packages, and is thriving. Another way that you could create an online presence, especially to let people know that you're an online coach, is by guest posting. Maybe you want to jump in a Facebook group and post, or go live for someone else, or join in on a podcast episode, or even write a blog post for someone else. That's a great way to get your name out there. Next up on our actionable steps is make sure that you find your target audience. So this is where knowing exactly where you specialize in the online coaching world is so important. Maybe you're great at designing your resources. Maybe you are great at the marketing part. You love search engine optimization, or you love social media. You are killing it on TikTok. Maybe you really understand how to blog and get your blog seen, or TPT is your heart and soul. The movement is growing faster than we ever thought possible. And so I want you to really hone in on your main thing. Remember, Dr. Stephen Covey said, the main thing is to keep the main thing, so that you can start coaching teachers right away, because this is where everything is about to change. Be clear on your messaging, and remember that this is not an MLM. This is not a multi-level marketing scheme. We are not bamboozling people to join us, to make money for us, to make this pyramid thing go crazy. Instead, we are here supporting teachers by giving them a life that they deserve. Any teacher in the world who wants to make money online, we're not gatekeeping anymore. It is more beautiful to share and to know that there is room for everyone on the playground. Next up on our actionable tips on how to become an online coach is that you must create an online offer. Think of it as a global teacher's lounge. It really isn't like a salesy thing. It's a, hey, I know you're just getting started. I'm coaching on the side. So maybe if you want to meet up at the local library, we'll do that. Or make it very effortless at first. And of course, I think that you should do it for free in the beginning. I know that I did it. I did a 15-minute free call before I would ever ask anybody for money, because sometimes it's just not a good fit. And you want to make sure that if you're helping someone, it is a good fit. A community of teachers that are supporting teachers. I said it just a few minutes ago, but I just want to reiterate it, is that there is room for everyone on the playground. And going into this with a very open mindset of, I want everyone to win, will change your life forever, because it'll allow more abundance and more money to come into your life. Next up is connection. You must support other teachers who want to break into the online space. So it's important that you start today hosting a safe place, maybe in your area specifically, where teachers can come to ask questions about selling online. I talked about our local Chamber of Commerce. Go ahead and start a monthly meetup, maybe after school. It doesn't need to be during school hours, of course, but maybe at a local place where you can help teachers collaboratively, and then you can sell your coaching services there. Maybe you do it in an online way and you do it on Zoom. However you think would be the best option for you, go ahead and get started today. Number 5 is you must have that follow through. So create a regular schedule that allow a little bit of flexibility so that you can work from home, teaching other teachers how to make money online. It is possible to balance the demands of being a parent, being a teacher, and this current position. Now, you can easily make more money coaching than you can as a classroom teacher. And I'm not saying that just to blow smoke. I'm being very serious. That's when I knew I can leave the classroom tomorrow. And if TPT doesn't pan out, then I'll be able to do this coaching gig full time. I was making $100,000 a year on Teachers Pay Teachers. And then I started my coaching business, which was making about $3,000 or $4,000 a month. And I knew that if one of these things didn't work out, we would still be just fine. And that's when I decided to leave the classroom. So I'm not saying that you have to leave the classroom to do this, but if that's something you're interested in, I think this is the fastest way to find success. However, you can still do this while being a full-time classroom teacher. And finally, the next step is commitment. Our success as a teacher can be multiplied and can grow exponentially. I want you to handhold your community members, these teachers that need your support. I want you to show up in a way that helps them flourish with their own businesses. And remember that win-win attitude. It is finally your turn to create a community that respects your life outside of the classroom while still allowing you to give everything that you want as a teacher. And it is such a beautiful life. I hope that I've helped you on starting an online coaching business as well. If you have more questions, let me know on Instagram. Come check it out at Casey Morris. We're going to be talking a little bit more about this in the weeks to come. Plus, we have some really special offers that you've never seen before that'll help you start your business without any guesswork and get started right away. Thanks so much for listening. As always, remember the best is yet to come, and I'll see you right here next week, same time, same place. Bye.